What is happening, and welcome to another Photography Talk episode 152. Now friends, last week our episode was full of a lot of big news. Now we had a look at a few new products, including the Canon EOS R6 Mark II, but many other goodies were announced last week that were worth mentioning in today's episode. Now we'll begin to take a look at a new camera that's expected to release in the oncoming weeks from the folks with what?
And Google Voice will try to connect you.
Yo, it's me.
Hello?
Hey, Sean. Quick question. Is this, am I reading, this is Pentax?
Yeah, that's right. It's a real camera.
I had to check. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Bye.
This type of camera, well, it's gonna shock you. Then we're gonna discuss a new drone from DJI that's based on one of their more popular Mavic models. Now, the difference is that this is gonna have less features, which sounds strange, but I'll expound on that here in a moment. Now, lastly, Adobe recently unveiled a new technology that enables camera to cloud uploads of photos and videos. Now, so far, it's integrated into just one camera, but could this be the future of how we save our files from our camera? This is pretty exciting stuff. Now, all that is ahead in just a minute, but first, guys, look, every single week we put these videos together in small little bite-sized little news nuggets that keep you entertained, to keep you informed as far as what is happening in the industry. And of course, if you find some value with these videos, friends, you know the routine. That whole YouTube algorithm down below really digs it. Now, we dig it. The algorithm does whatever it needs to, and it really sends the right signals to that. But either way, it is very helpful to the channel. So friends, thank you very much in advance, and let's get on with this week's headlines. Yeah, this is happening. A new camera will be announced soon, and it is, wait for it, a DSLR. Now, we often talk about how DSLRs are dead, but apparently Pentax doesn't think so. Now, rumor has it that the company will announce an update or an updated version of its K70 DSLR in the oncoming weeks. Now, the K70, this is a 24 megapixel APS-C DSLR that was released, way back in 2016 and is still in production today. Now, it features 1080 video, Wi-Fi, GPS, weathered sealed construction, but no one has an idea of what the updated version will have underneath the hood. Now, one of the features that people really liked about the original K70 was its size. I mean, sure, it was a DSLR, but it wasn't a huge DSLR, and I think it's safe to say that the camera Pentax unveils is going to have a small body, small compact body. Now, the release of a new DSLR kind of poses, this is a pretty interesting scenario. No one else has any new DSLRs that have been released, nor do any other companies have any new DSLRs in the works, or at least that we know about. So Pentax might have really a hot little item on their hands if this thing, or when this thing is released. I mean, after all, lots of people love DSLRs, but look, if nobody else is making these things, I don't see Nikon, Canon people, Sony really doesn't count, of course, but I don't see Nikon and Canon people jumping ship over to Pentax because they are the only ones making DSLRs. No, I don't see it happening on a large scale. To me, this really feels like rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, time will tell if this experiment works or not. Now, years ago, Nikon executives said that they felt DSLRs would make a comeback. And I'm not going to cross that out. I mean, look at film photography, for example. Film photography is still alive. There's film cameras being made to this day. Perhaps this new camera will be the first step in that process for DSLRs. Either way, I wish them success with this, and this will certainly be something that will keep you guys kind of tuned in as more information comes available. So what do you think about this? If you're currently still using a DSLR, your Nikon or Canon, and would you jump ship over to Pentax because they are the only ones that are making a DSLR? Leave a comment down below. DJI announced last week that it has a new drone, and that is the Mavic 3 Classic. Now, as many of you have guessed, the Mavic 3 Classic is based on the Mavic 3. Now, the primary difference is that the Classic doesn't have a telephoto lens. Additionally, the Classic has less internal storage, and there's no Apple ProRes 422 HQ codec. Other than that, the Classic is virtually identical to the Mavic 3. So why would you want a Mavic 3 without the telephoto lens and the other features? Well, hell, it's cheaper for starters. And with a charger remote, the Classic with a Fly More bundle is $22.48, while the Mavic 3 Fly More combo is $28.49. So you're saving more than a few bucks here. And if you already have DJI goodies for an existing drone, you can get the Classic hell on its own for $15.99. That's not bad. Now, the Classic comes with loads of features that make it a great option if the Mavic 3's price is too high. Now, it has 20 megapixel 4/3 sensor, 24mm equivalent lens, and with an aperture range of 2.8 to f11 and 12.8 glorious stops of dynamic range. Likewise, you get 5.1K video in up to 50p, UHD 4K video at up to 120p. Now, the camera can zoom in up to 3 times when shooting video, and you can capture video 10-bit D-Log and HDR. It shoots JPEG and RAW still images as well. Now, as you'd expect, the Mavic 3 Classic has all the other goodies from DJI, including OcuSync 3.0 image transmission, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, and advanced pilot assist system with Active Track 5.0. Now, on top of that, you get up to 46 minutes of flight time, and the Classic is compatible with various DJI controllers. So basically, you get most of the stuff that you'd get with the Mavic 3, but at a much lower price point. So what's not to like about that? And if you want to learn more about the Mavic 3 Classic, friend, what I'm going to do is just for you, I'm going to put a link down below in the description. Now, worrying about storage space in your camera might not be a problem in the future. Now, recently, Adobe announced a new integration that allows cameras to natively shoot to the cloud rather than a memory card in the camera itself. Now, the Fujifilm X-H2S will be the first still camera to use the new feature. Now, shooting directly to the cloud presents a variety of benefits, not of the least of which is you don't have to worry about your card filling up or getting corrupt. Instead, you have all the images right there in the cloud virtually instantly. Now, this is one of the major advantages of smartphones and why they become so popular with photographers. Snap a photo, it's sent to the cloud, and then you can access the image from your phone, your tablet, your laptop, and so forth. So you can't do that with cameras when they rely on memory cards. Better still, Adobe's technology isn't just for uploading JPEGs to the cloud. It's for real-time RAW file uploads. In today's computational photography, having the highest resolution file with the most information is critical to post-processing. This technically makes it possible to offload huge RAW files instantaneously. That is pretty cool. Now, of course, it'll take a lot more than one camera from one company to make this technology broadly integrated, so the success of this really remains to be seen. But I'll go ahead and say it now, in a few years, camera to cloud uploads could be the very norm. What do you think about that? I mean, the only catch that I see with this here is, for example, many I do a lot of overlanding, and I'm in areas where there is no cell reception. And now, granted, I can go out there and take photos with my phone. I can take videos all day long, but this thing has a 512 gigabyte internal storage. Or no, did I get the terabyte with this thing? Either way. So the point where I'm leading with this here, now I'm curious what I have in this thing here.
Few moments later.
512. Okay. Where I'm leading with this is when I'm not in an area where there's no cell reception, I have 512 gigs of internal storage that I can fall onto. That it's going to store it onto this, and then when I get to Wi-Fi area or where I have access to data, then it's going to do its upload thing to the cloud. So in order for this to work, the cameras will need to have some sort of internal storage. And that's where it's going to get a little tricky because, files can get, if you're out in the field for a long period of time, let's look at people that do workshops and so forth, and they're gone for weeks. You could easily fill up 512 gigs between photos and videos pretty fast. So my guess is there's going to be some sort of internal storage and or like a micro SD card slot or something like that to kind of give a little redundancy for people that may be off grid for a while or where there may not be access or have access to Wi-Fi or data. But it's either way, it's pretty interesting stuff. How about you? Would this be a technology that you would be racing for, that you would kind of open arms accept, or would you prefer to have that peace of mind of having that memory card or having multiple memory cards in your pocket to be able to put into your camera? Again, leave a comment below. Now, friends, that is it for this week's news. Now, our giveaway ended last week, so that means we're going to announce our winners. So, friends, drum roll, please. Carol Brown, you won the f-stop Talopa bag. Windy City Red, you won the Desk Lab portable monitor. And Rick Decory, I hope I'm saying your name correct, you won the $100 Amazon gift card. Now, thank you to everybody that participated in the giveaway. If you are one of the lucky 3 winners, please review the instructions in the description so you know what you need to do to claim your prize. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think we need to start another giveaway. Here are the prizes that we have for the next month. We have a Vanguard Veo 3 265 travel tripod. We have a 16x20 canvas print from canvasprints.com. And of course, the old faithful, the $100 Amazon gift card. Now, as always, entering the giveaway is really, really simple. Step 1, you gotta like this video and subscribe to the channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So by all means, friend, watch some more of the videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on Photography Talk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you happen to register on the site during one of the last giveaways, you're still eligible to win. But as I keep saying over and over again, swing on by, say hello. We would love to see you. And friend, that is it. For more details on the giveaway, including how to register on Photography Talk or how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. And, good luck. And one last thing before we go jumping out of here. If you enjoy this sort of content, be sure to head over to Photography Talk, sign up for an account. Friend, it is free to do so, and it gives you access to literally thousands of photography-related articles on the site, including news articles about camera gear, photography tutorials, and much, much more. So, hell, take a minute, sign up for an account, and get access to material that will help you take your best shot. And that is officially it for Photography Talk episode 152. Friends, as always, I'm honored to have you here. I'm grateful that you are supporting the channels and the being able to engage and talk with you guys in the comments down below. It is such a treat. I really look forward to these videos every single week. But it's that time of the video where we're going to start shutting off the lights. Not really, there's just a couple lights here, but I'm going to be shutting off the cameras. So I'm going to say thank you very much, and it's that time for the YouTube stuff. So please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the bell so therefore you don't miss any future episodes that we may have. That said, friends, well, I'm going to be gumming out of here. I'm going to be getting out of here. So you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.